Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture. So in today's lecture, we will understand how to read such kind of plinth beam layout. So if you're watching my lecture for the first time, already I've made part 1 and part 2 where I've covered the footing and the column drawing. Watch it and then come to this so that we are going in a sequence. Now coming to the plinth beam layout. Okay. So again, it will be mentioned here, like it's written here, plinth layout and all. So for somebody who doesn't know what is plinth layout, it is something like this. Okay. So once you do the backfilling, no, you will be putting a PCC here, and over that the reinforcement is going to come. So in this way, all these things will be practically done on the construction side. Somebody who wants to learn all these things in a more better way, I already made a course on the complete sequence of construction, which is more than 60 plus hours, where I've covered all these topics in depth. But anyhow, if you're really interested, what you can do is download my civilbrains app from Play Store, and I have explained all these things in my construction manager mastery course. There's around 10-15% off on all the courses you can enroll. If you want to start with a free course, you can even start with my free course. Right now, we'll get into that. Yeah. So again, plinth beam is very simple. So usually, what we do is beam we provide from column to column. For example, if you see here, I have one column here. Got it? This is one column. This is my second column. Then I have another column here. So always your beams will be running from column to column. So again, if I show you here, so from this point to this point, this is one beam. Then this is my another beam. Okay. In the same way, again, all the beams in this direction. So we are going to give a different name to that. Like this beam is called as PB1. The same beam is continuing here. So again, it's a PB1 beam. Got it? In the same way, we have PB2 beam. Where is my PB2? You see this beam? This particular beam is called as PB2. Why? One column is here, another column is here. So column to column it is running. So this entire thing is called as PB2. Now coming to the size of the beam. The size of this beam is 9 inch by 15. So 9 inch is your width of the beam. 15 inch is your depth of the beam. So 9 inch comes out to be 230 mm. 15 inch comes out to be how much? 375 mm. Got it? So in this way, the entire layout will be given, like how you are supposed to provide a plinth beam. And when you do practically on the construction site, your plinth beam will look something like this. So if I show you here, all these are your plinth beam. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So all these are your plinth beam. Like all these are your plinth beam. Let's say this is PB1, this is PB2, this is PB3 and all. Okay, fine. So understood. So once it is understood, now you need to focus on the reinforcement part, like how much amount of steel will go in that. Now, see, this is PB1. No, so I should come here. I should look for a PB1. So this is PB1. Same size is mentioned here. So this is a cross section of your beam. So the width of the beam is 9 inch. The depth of the beam is 15 inches. So it's mentioning that 2T of 12. T stand for TOR bar or HYSD bar. The rebar, we designate that as a T. Okay. It can be HYSD, it can be TOR bar. Okay, fine. Few people mention it as 2Y also. Okay, done. So 12 means you're supposed to use a 12 diameter bar. How many number? 2 number. So he is mentioning at the top. At the top, my 2 bar will go. Now come to the bottom. So bottom also is mentioning 2T of 12. That means you're supposed to provide a 12 diameter bar of 2 number. So in this way, practically what is going to happen, we are going to provide a bar like this. So if you see all this bar here, in this case, you tell me, in this case, you see 1 and 2, 2 bars are there at the top, no? So let's say it's a 12 diameter 2 bar. Now coming to the bottom, here there are 3 bar, 1, 2, 3. But in my drawing, okay, come here, look here. Okay, let's take this as example. So 12 diameter 2 bar at the top and 12 diameter 2 bar in the bottom. Now come to this case, here it is 12 diameter 2 bar, but in bottom I can see 1, 2, 3. So because three bars are there, so definitely in your drawing, they might have put one more bar somewhere at the center. So practically on the side, we have done the execution. Got it? Yeah. Similarly, come here. This is also same thing. Only the difference is instead of 12, they have gone with a 16 diameter bar. So it's a 16 of 2 and 16 of 2. Again, why the changes? Based on the structure designing, based on the load point of view, we do all these things, which I cover in my entire course, where I teach you how this detailing should be done, how these things are going to come. And in beam, always minimum 12 diameter bar we are supposed to use. That is minimum from earthquake point of view. Few people even use 10 diameter bar in the small construction and all. That's fine. But if you refer IS 13920, then minimum 12 diameter 2 bar at any cost you are supposed to provide. Because if you don't provide 2 bar, no, you cannot hang the stirrup like this. So the stirrup has to be hanged. No? So you can see the stirrup here, this particular stirrup. So this is a stirrup. Okay. So for the stirrup here, mentioning it here that you are supposed to use a 8 mm bar at 8 inches center to center spacing. That means this particular thing, this bar, what you can see, no, they all are 8 diameter bar, and the center to center distance between these two stirrup is called as a 8 inches. Same thing you can see this particular guy, he has already done the marking, one marking, second marking. So in this way, you're going to arrange it. You will not arrange, they will arrange. Being an engineer, you're supposed to make sure that it is happening according to the drawing. Got it? Fine. So if you really want to learn all these things, enroll in my course. I'll teach you. In YouTube, I'll not teach you everything because it's not a structured learning on the YouTube. Okay, fine. So understood how to read the plinth beam layout? Very simple. Now, I'll show you one more plinth beam also. This is one more drawing so that when I show you different drawings, no, you get to understand, because now you might have felt, oh, Akshay sir taught us, I'm able to do. It's not going to work out like this. It's a very small building, what I'm showing you. Tomorrow, there are a lot of complicated beams. That also I'll show you. This is one more building. It's written here, plinth beam shuttering details. And this is how the beams are connected. Now you know how to read. This is PB1, okay? Then this entire thing is also PB15. This is PB12, PB4, PB14. All these are the beams. Again, they are connected from column to column. Now, you can see all these things. That is understood. Now, coming to the reinforcement details. I'll take you to the reinforcement details. Now, look at this particular reinforcement. So definitely, if you're someone who is a fresher, definitely you'll not be able to understand. But it's very simple. You don't require too much of knowledge to understand this. Again, this is a longitudinal section. This is a cross section. In the previous drawing, only the cross section was given. There was no longitudinal section. But different engineers practice it in a different way. So they have given a cross section. Always start with the cross section part. So the width is 9 inch, depth is 15 inches. What is mentioning? 3 hash of 12. Now he is writing hash here. Here he was writing how much? T. So that is why I told, when you refer different drawings, you'll understand a lot of things. So now you know 1, 2, 3. These are 12 diameter 3 bar. And here at the bottom is mentioning 16 of 2. That is 1 bar here and 1 bar here. So you understood how the bars are supposed to be put on the construction side. Now coming to this thing, stirrup. So 2L. 2L means it's a 2 leg. Whereas here he did not mention 2L and all. He just mentioned T8. But whereas here is mentioning 2L. So just put it in the comment box, just in case if you know what is 2L. Let me check how many of you have an understanding what is the meaning of 2L. So coming to this, here 8 diameter bar at 7 inches center to center spacing. Now this is a longitudinal section, like how your bar will look. So what is mentioning here? PB1. So where is my PB1? This is my PB1. This is PB1. So for this particular beam, if you're seeing from the front, okay, how the bars are gonna look, that he is telling it here. Okay. So again, what is this? This portion and this portion. This portion X and X. What is the meaning of it? See, this is a beam what I have. This is the beam what I have from here to here. Okay. This is my PB1. So this PB1 is resting on this particular beams. This beam and this beam. So actually I told you that beam will be supported on column to column. But in this case, what it is happening, this PB1 is resting on this two beam, this beam and this beam. Since it is a beam, in the longitudinal section, he will show it like this, like this. So it means it's a beam running in the perpendicular direction. This is beam here. This is that PB1. So another beam is running in this direction. This beam is supporting on this, right? So if you're seeing from the front, no, you'll see only this portion. So that is why he's showing it like this and like this. Understood? Whereas in the other cases, like here, he is not showing like that. Here he's showing a column. He's showing a column. This is column. You have done all these things in your college days, in the building BPD sheets and all. You might have done like this. This is column. Why it is column? So it is PB4. If I go to the PB4 beam, where is my PB4? This is PB4. See what is happening with the PB4. This is PB4. I have one column here, second column. It is resting on the column. Since it is resting on the column, in the cross section, I mean in the longitudinal section, is showing us the column here. This is column and this is column. Understood? No? Great. Now come to this part. So again, how do you understand? It's written here 12 diameter 3 bar. So because we had written 12 diameter 3 bar here also is showing that 12 diameter 3 bar. It will go from this end to this end. Come to the bottom bar. Here it is 16 of 2. 2 bars you have shown. Here is mentioning 12, 2 of 16 diameter. So this is entire 16 diameter. Only one bar they will show because you are seeing from front. So another bar is behind this, but it won't be visible. Now this is your stirrup. This part you can see, 8 dia at 7 inches. All these are my stirrup. So understood? So again, I'm not giving you a complete picture, but this much is enough. Now, I'll show you some complicated thing. So that, say this is something complicated now. Let me take you to a few complicated drawings. Okay. Let me, something here. See, look here. This is something complicated now. What is this? 9 inch and this is how much? Okay, yes, this is 15 inch. That is understood. 2 bar at the top, that is 20 diameter 2 bar. Now, if you come to the bottom, no, he's mentioning like this 20 diameter 2 bar and 60 diameter 2 bar. He's mentioning 2 bar in the bottom, and over that, he's providing one more bar, and then he's showing something horizontal. So, this is called as a spacer bar. Okay, and then he's giving you all the cross section. So, again, this I cannot explain it yet, because for that, if I want to explain, I should show you a lot of practical drawings like this from the construction side. I have to make you visualize all these things, and only then I'll be able to do that. So which I already done in my course. See, I'll straight away tell you to enroll in my course, because if you're interested, enroll. If you're not interested, that's fine. I don't have a problem. Okay. Yeah. Now don't comment that he's forcing us to do take a course. I'll directly force you to take a course. The reason is my entire course is for more than 35 hours. So where I cover all these things in a practical way. If you go to this particular course, that is a drawing reading course, and if you go to the content, I'll show you that. Okay. That is how all these things I'll cover there. Fine. So plinth beam you understood. Similarly, we have something called as a ground floor beam, first floor beam and all. It is similar to the plinth beam. Only the difference is the plinth beam sizes usually they are like 9 by 15 inch or 9 by 18 inches in some cases. That is 230 by 375 or 230 by 450. This is a general size what we adopt for a plinth beam, at least for a G+4, G+5 story building. But when it comes to the ground floor beam, they are little heavier. The reason being, in the when I say ground floor, your first floor, second roof beam, because there's a slab load will be transferred. In case of your plinth beam, there is no slab, because the beam will be resting directly on the ground, so there won't be any slab there. But in case of floor and all, you have a floor slab load also coming on the beam. So definitely your beam sizes will increase, reinforcement will increase. So that is why if you see here, I'll take you to this drawing now. Yeah. This particular drawing. See here, what is mentioned here. Ground floor roof beam details is mentioned. Just observe the size of the beams. So if you see the size of the beam, no, it is 9 by 18 inches. In the plinth beam, it was like 9 by 15, but here it is 9 by 18. And there are few beams even more than that. Let's say if I'm getting any beam more than that size, even we can go with 9 by 21 also, but depends on the load. Okay, but still you can see everywhere it's a 9 by 18 inch beam. And you see the reinforcement. It's a 16 diameter 2 bar at the top, 16 diameter 3 bar. Previously, it was like only 12 diameter 2 bar at the top and 12 at the bottom. But in case of floor beams and all, the reinforcement will be little on heavier side. And you see here, they are giving a combination of 16 diameter 2 bar and 12 diameter 1 bar. So this and this bar is your 16 diameter, and the bar which is at the center, that will be a 12 diameter. So again, why they did not give 16 diameter 3 bar? They want to optimize the design. You could have given 16 diameter 3 bar also, but if you give 16 diameter 3 bar, you're giving a bit excess reinforcement, not needed. So to make your structure economical, we have gone with 16 diameter 2 bar and one of 12 diameter. That combination you can do. Okay, that's it. So in this way, if you see, all these things are given. Similarly, this is your longitudinal section, which you can see. So that way you have to understand all these things. So yeah, that's it. Again, same thing. This is another different drawing and all. Same thing. 9 by 18 inches, 9 by 18 inches. Then again, of course, there are a lot of things which you need to understand. This is your main beam. This is your secondary beam. So what is this main beam and secondary beam? So if you come here, just identify or just tell me which is your main beam and secondary beam. So any beam which is running from column to column is a main beam. Any beam which is running from beam to beam, or one end of the beam is supported on column, the other end is rested on the beam, we call them as a secondary beam. For example, this particular beam is a kind of a secondary beam, because the one end, this end is resting on this particular column, whereas this end is resting on this particular beam. This is a secondary beam for me. Whereas you see here, this beam, one end is resting on the column, the other end is also resting on the column. So it's a primary beam for me, or it's called the main beam. So that also you need to understand where they mentioned all these things, like this is main beam, secondary beam. Always the secondary beam reinforcement will come and sit on the main beam. So again, this is how you're supposed to understand all this thing. Right now, I have shown you only 2 drawings, but we learned many things from this particular drawing and this particular drawing. If I show you another 15 drawings, another 15 new things you're gonna learn, because each drawing, each project, projects are different. The way of detailing is different. Got it? That's it. So this was all about this particular lecture. So somebody who wants to enroll in my courses, definitely I welcome you, because these courses are far better than what people are offering in the market. and I'll show you a few reviews so that you get a good understanding. See, he's one of my student who got a package of 4.2 lakh. He got a job in PHP project. So you can see all these things. Okay, just go through the reviews so that you get an understanding. Same review. And this guy got a job of 7 lakh LPA in a MNC company. And apart from that, he is one of my student who is getting around 4 lakh package. Apart from that, I'll show you other reviews so that no, you'll have a good understanding. Best course till now, I went to various courses, but this is something next level thing you're going to learn heavily. I got job abroad in my first interview. Now I'm in Saudi Arabia. Okay. So if you want, I can show you hundreds of reviews. So you can check out all the reviews given by the student so that whatever I teach, so great course, next level course, each and every process of construction. Okay. Just go through all these reviews so that whatever amount you are investing. Sir, I got placed as a diploma training engineer in KC International through your construction. Okay. Okay. Then again, all these things, just go through all the reviews so that whatever amount you are spending in my course, now that will give you a 10x return. Don't expect that I'll teach you everything on YouTube. That is not going to happen. Even if I teach also, you people won't be, serious. You just watch one or two random videos and finish it off. That is why I will not teach everything on the YouTube. Definitely enroll in my course, spend some money, invest something on your upskilling. Definitely will go to a better position. Our site engineers from the contractor side need this course. I suggested them. After attending your 6 months construction manager mastery course, even the layman will become a professional civil engineer. Okay. Yeah, that's it. These are the students who are working in Dubai and all. So yeah, that's it. He is working in L&T. I have recommended more than 50 plus people to enroll in your course. Okay, that's it. Right. So what you're supposed to do is, this course helped me for securing my job as a site engineer. Yeah, fine. That's it. So download my civilbrains app. The again, I'll tell you which course you're supposed to enroll. This is my drawing reading course. Don't directly enroll in a drawing reading course. You'll definitely not understand it. I would always suggest learn site execution, drawing reading, estimation, BBS, BOQ, concrete technology, 𝗂 course. All this course, if you want, enroll in this particular course. You'll get a good knowledge. And there is almost 15% discount happening, offer is going on. You can check out my content. And if you feel I'm the right person to guide you, definitely enroll in the course. If you have any doubts, you can WhatsApp me on this number. Don't call me. Just in case if you're not able to understand like what career path you want or which course you want to enroll, definitely WhatsApp me on this number. I'll help you out. And in the next lecture, I'll speak on the slab reinforcement, and then we'll speak about the staircase reinforcement. There are many other videos on my YouTube channel. Do subscribe to that. Do watch them. And if you really like my videos, do subscribe to that. I'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.